Let's build a kitchen that feels like a lighthouse, steady, prepared, glowing with calm. This is your long-form guide to groceries that last long, freeze beautifully, can jar well, and truly feed you and your family with strength and comfort. Settle in, breathe in, picture shelves that whisper security instead of stress. Today we're talking about food that stays, food that waits patiently, food that shows up when you need it. First, let's talk about the foundation, dry goods. Dry goods are the quiet champions of the pantry. They don't ask for attention. They just sit there, reliable. Rice. White rice in particular can last for years when stored properly in airtight containers. It stretches meals, it fills bowls, it pairs with vegetables, beans, meats, sauces. Brown rice is nutritious but doesn't last as long because of the natural oils, so rotate that one more often. Pasta. Pasta is simple, sturdy, comforting. It stores for a long time in a cool, dry place. From spaghetti to penne to elbow macaroni, it transforms with whatever sauce or vegetables you have on hand. Oats. Rolled oats and steel-cut oats store well and provide breakfast security. Oatmeal, granola, oat flour, energy bites. A bag of oats can turn into nourishment in so many ways. Dried beans, black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils. When kept dry and sealed, they last a very long time. They are protein, fibre and flexibility. Soak them, simmer them, season them. Beans stretch budgets and feed families deeply. Flour. All-purpose flour can last months in the pantry and even longer in the freezer. You can freeze flour to extend its life and protect it from pests. From bread to pancakes to dumplings, flour is transformation in powder form, sugar and honey. Granulated sugar lasts indefinitely when kept dry. And honey. Honey does not spoil when stored properly. It may crystallize, but warm water brings it back. Honey is sweetness that endures. Salt does not expire. It preserves, it seasons, it cures, it's ancient, steady, essential. Now let's move into canned goods. Canned foods are time capsules. They capture harvests and hold them for you. Canned tomatoes, diced, crushed, whole, tomato paste. Tomatoes form the base of soups, stews, sauces, chili. Keep several on hand. They store for a long time and elevate simple ingredients, canned beans. If you want convenience over dried soaking, canned beans are ready to rinse and use. They last years when stored properly and save you time on busy days. Canned vegetables, corn, green beans, peas, carrots. They may not replace fresh produce entirely, but they absolutely serve their purpose when fresh options are low. Canned tuna and salmon. Protein that sits quietly in the pantry. Perfect for salads, sandwiches, patties, casseroles. Canned chicken. Quick protein for soups and wraps. Canned soups and broths. Chicken broth, vegetable broth, beef broth. These are flavor starters. They turn rice into risotto, beans into soup, leftovers into something new. Evaporated milk and shelf-stable milk. These last much longer than fresh milk and can be used in baking, sauces, and emergency cooking situations. Now let's open the freezer door. The freezer is a pause button. Frozen vegetables, broccoli, spinach, peas, mixed vegetables, cauliflower. They are flash frozen at peak freshness. They last for months. They reduce waste. They are easy to add to soups, stir-fries, pasta dishes. Frozen fruit, berries, mango, pineapple, peaches. Perfect for smoothies, oatmeal, baking. Frozen fruit can often be more economical and just as nutritious as fresh. Meat that freezes well, ground beef, chicken breasts and thighs, turkey. pork chops. Portion them before freezing so you can thaw only what you need. Wrap tightly to prevent freezer burn. Cooked meals, chili freezes beautifully. Soups freeze beautifully. Cooked rice can freeze. Cooked beans can freeze. Casseroles freeze well when sealed tightly. Bread freezes exceptionally well. Slice it before freezing so you can toast piece by piece. Tortillas also freeze well. Cheese, shredded cheese, freezes well. Block cheese can freeze but may crumble when thawed, which is perfect for cooking. Butter freezes extremely well. Stock up when it's on sale. Nuts and seeds. Store them in the freezer to extend their shelf life and prevent the natural oils from going rancid. Now, let's talk about root vegetables and hardy produce. Some fresh foods are naturally long-lasting. Potatoes. Store in a cool, dark place. They can last weeks when stored properly. Mashed, roasted, baked, turned into soup, sweet potatoes. Nutrient-dense and long-lasting. Onions. Keep them dry and ventilated. They are flavour builders. Garlic. A small bulb holds big flavour and stores well in a dry place. Carrots. Stored in the fridge, they last quite a while. They can also be blanched and frozen. Cabbage. A whole cabbage can last a long time in the refrigerator. It stretches into slaw, stir-fry soups, apples. Certain apple varieties last for weeks when refrigerated. Winter squash, butternut, acorn, spaghetti squash. They can sit in a cool area for months. Now let's explore canning and jarring foods at home. If you choose to can foods yourself, proper technique is critical. Always follow safe food preservation guidelines from reliable sources. Foods that can well with proper methods: tomatoes, green beans, corn, carrots, peaches, pears, applesauce, jams and jellies. Pressure canning is required for low-acid foods like meats and most vegetables. Water bath canning works for high-acid foods like fruits and properly acidified tomatoes. Pickling is another wonderful method. Cucumbers into pickles, carrots into tangy sticks, onions into quick pickled toppings. Fermentation is another preservation technique. Cabbage into sauerkraut, vegetables into fermented mixes. Jarring dry goods is also powerful. Store rice, beans, flour, sugar in airtight glass jars to protect from moisture and pests. It extends shelf life and makes your pantry visually peaceful. Now let's talk about foods that truly feed well. High satiety, nutrient-dense, versatile foods. Eggs. In the refrigerator, they last several weeks. They are protein, breakfast, baking binder, quick dinner. Peanut butter and nut butters. Long shelf life, dense calories, protein, easy meals, lentils. They cook faster than most dried beans and are incredibly filling. Canned sardines, shelf-stable, rich in omega-3s, compact nutrition, whole grains, quinoa, barley, farro. When stored dry and sealed, they last well and add variety. Cooking oils, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. Store in cool, dark places. Oils don't last forever, but they last long enough to be reliable staples. Spices. While spices lose potency over time, they last a long time and transform basic ingredients into memorable meals. Now let's talk about rotation. Keeping long-lasting groceries is not about hoarding, it's about cycling. First in, first out. Use older items before newer ones. Check expiration dates periodically. Label freezer items with dates. A pantry that rotates is a pantry that thrives. Let's talk about emergency preparedness without fear. A calm emergency shelf may include water, rice, beans, canned vegetables, canned meats, oats, nut butter, crackers, shelf-stable milk, honey, salt, cooking oil. Simple foods that can be combined without stress. Now, let's bring it home. Picture this: a pot of rice simmering, a can of tomatoes opening, onions sizzling in oil, garlic blooming in heat, beans added, frozen spinach stirred in, spices sprinkled. That meal came from groceries that last, from food that waited patiently, from shelves that were ready. Long-lasting groceries are not just about storage, they are about stability. They are about reducing waste. They are about feeding your people consistently. They are about walking into your kitchen and knowing something good can always be made. Keep grains, keep beans, keep canned goods, keep frozen vegetables, keep root vegetables, keep oils and spices, keep honey and salt, stock steadily, rotate wisely, cook creatively, and let your kitchen be a place of abundance, not anxiety. Because when your pantry is strong, your meals are calm. And when your meals are calm, your home feels steady. That is the power of groceries that last. Thanks for viewing this Honey Set presentation.
See more on TikTok at Koyal and YouTube at Honeyset YT on YouTube. Join the higher vibes and better energy for better vibrations and more love and light. Thanks for joining. Let's keep working with the Blossoms Bees.